What's the YouTube now? One for Zameka. Here today with a K.E.M strike, my first and only K.E.M strike, K.E.M strike so far. I haven't tried to get these. I haven't bothered with them yet. I will get around to playing solely for K.E.M strikes, but at the moment I'm just loving going through and doing all the operations and challenges and patches, and just generally playing with my friends DPJ and a couple of other real life friends. The class that I used is on screen. There's a gambler perk in there which I was using for an operation, and a few other ones like hardline, which I do use occasionally, but most of the time I don't use it. But you know, it wasn't a proper class setup. I'm using the MTAR silence. I have the MTAR in gold now. I absolutely love the gun. I'm going to bring up I'm going to make a commentary about that gun. This K.E.M strike I'm pretty proud of for it to be my first K.E.M strike. Now, like I said, I wasn't going for it. I was just going to do operations and, you know, trying to complete operations. And I got to like a 15 kill streak, and I thought to myself, maybe I can get one. Then I got to 20 kill streak, and then I just finally got it and called it in. But I'm not gonna lie, they weren't the best opponents in the world. They weren't the most skilled opponents in the world, but they were very, very, very awkward. Where they were sitting, where they were camping, the way they trapped me in the corner of the map for a while, because I was just literally stuck there because I had people spawning in front of me. I had a guy who was down to the right in all the rocks on Stonehaven, which, to be honest, I hate the map, but for some reason it's just typical that it would be my first K.E.M strike. So yeah, it was a really awkward team to play against, even though they weren't the most skilled. You can see I take a lot of damage throughout this game, and I somehow survive. So I'm pretty proud of it, and I'm happy that I got one without trying, because that means if I'd sat down and tried, I could probably get quite a few. But I've never been about getting those big streaks and mobs and 100+ games and all that. I just like to play games, whether they're live recorded. If I go negative, if I don't get a kill the entire game, I would still upload it, because that's just who I am. I just like to play a game. And that sort of brings me slightly into the topic of what I want to talk about, and that is why I love Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, there's many reasons, but for one, I enjoy playing the game. I really, really enjoy playing the game, and I've never had this with a Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4 when I used to play it on the PC. I really, really love playing this game, even though you die super quick and you get stupid little people who sit in corners. If I beat that person who's in a corner in a gunfight, I feel accomplished. I feel like I have more skill. Which is true, because these people sitting in corners, they can kill you so quickly. If you beat them to the punch and react faster than them and kill them, that makes you a better player. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel like a pro. And it also brings like a sense of enjoyment to the game as well. It's a sense of accomplishment. Every single gunfight you get into, you feel like it's a challenge. You feel like you need to be the better player. Now, with games like Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I would fall asleep halfway through the match, because I'd just be bored, because I'd just be too easy to kill people. So the whole dying too quick thing, I think at first it was a bit of a shock to the system, to everyone. But once you get used to it and you really start to enjoy it, and you sort of get addicted to it, because the hit detection and connection is so epic in this game that your reaction counts. It's who sees first usually wins. But if you can beat someone who sees you first, you are a better player than them, and it feels like that. I've never been one for stats and stuff, so it doesn't really bother me. I can't stand people who camp in corners for stats and camp in corners for K.E.M strikes and stuff. It's just so fucking fake, and people like that just piss me off. As well as those sorts of things, the mechanics of the game feel nice. I don't mind the big maps, to be honest. People are ranting and raving about them, but once you play them over and over and over and over again, I'm Prestige 2 level 25 I think now, 2 days in total played. Once you get used to those maps, you start to fall in love with them, and they sort of work as like a high-paced game because of the fact that there's bad spawns. Because people are spawning behind you, it forces you to react and look around you, and just be in a better mentality, a faster mentality. So the spawns are, I can't say they're not bad, because they're absolutely shockingly terrible, but they help keep the game at a high pace. So if they were to fix the spawns, and I really, really hope they do, because they do ruin the game, I hope that they would make it so that they don't spawn on complete other side of the map, like in a far corner. Like, I'd still want them to spawn in a relative distance, but not literally on top of you or like directly behind you, because that is just ridiculous, and I can't believe it still hasn't been patched since and with all the people who had the game before the game was officially released, they should have known that spawns were bad. Hopefully they get round to it though. Other things, the game just feels like a good challenge. Like unlocking cameras is so difficult in this game, especially lean kills. Lean kills are so awkward to get because we're just not in the mentality of leaning around corners. We just don't look at the mechanic that way. We just sort of like run around shooting people, and lean just sort is like second to everything else. Like you might sit down in a corner for a second and then you see like the little yellow arrow and you think, oh, I should lean. But it's not something you want to do. It's not something we naturally do as Call of Duty players because it's new to Call of Duty. And I do love the lean, but I just feel like the challenge for the lean kills is ridiculous. On snipers it's 100 kills, which is just, I just don't understand why it's that hard. SMGs was 50 kills. That took me a while, even with my MTAR, because you want to run around with a SMG, you want to run. So stopping and leaning is pretty difficult. So unlocking the cameras is a challenge, and I like the way they're doing the patches and operations because I've never been the sort of person to go out of my way to do a challenge. I really haven't. If there's a challenge to do with a perk that I'm using, it will get done. But these ones, it's like pick and choose what you want to do, and you get rewards for doing those sorts of things. So you look at it and you think, oh, that thing's got a chest piece, but I don't really like that perk. But I'll pull it on anyway because I want to see what that chest piece looks like. So I really think they've gone the right way about the customization and the making the character your own and that sort of stuff. Unlocking loadouts and unlocking extra squad members, I don't really see the point to it, but I kind of like it. I don't know why, but I just kind of like it. It just works for me personally. And other things, gun sounds, pretty damn good. The field orders I absolutely love because it just adds a new dimension to the game. There's no care packages for everyone. It's whoever gets that field order and does it. And then on each map there's like special, what's the word I'm looking for? A special kill streak for that specific map. I think it's a bit stupid to have the K.E.M strike on strike zone because then you're just getting everyone getting K.E.M strikes and they think they're cool, but it's just a field order. But I just love the game. There's a couple of things I have gripes with, like why can I snipe someone in the toe with one bullet and kill them, but it takes me 3 sniper shots to kill a dog? You know what I mean? That just seems pretty stupid. And then spawns, again, that's the only problem I have with it. But overall, I absolutely love this game, and from my first review to now, I can't even say I'm addicted to the game because I don't feel like I have to play the game, and that's a very, very good quality. Because for Black Ops 2, it was play it for YouTube, play it for YouTube. I've been playing this game since it came out. I've recorded one gameplay, this gameplay you're seeing right now, because I just don't feel the need to play it for YouTube. I will be, obviously, because it's a part of my channel, and it will be, but I just love this game. I really think they've done a really, really good job with it. Now, just hopefully they bring out good DLC, and they patch the spawns, and everything else just seems pretty damn cool to me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about my thoughts. Give me your opinions on the game. Honest, even if you hate the game. Obviously, if you just come on swearing and ranting and raving, I'm just going to ignore you. But yeah, like and favourite if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But that's me done for today. Peace out. Take care.